Hey everyone, Ricardo Bueno here with RabiziMedia.com, and today I wanted to talk to you about one of the new things that we're doing here at Rabizi Media. We're launching a new forum, and the forum is titled New Media Answers. The purpose of which is to answer your daily social media and technology questions. Now, myself, Neil Schaefer, Stacy Soleil, Pamela Ware, we're bombarded with a ton of questions, everything from the very elementary to the more advanced technical questions. Things as to how to manage your time with social media, what tools and technologies do you recommend, what analytics tools are you using, just a variety of different questions from a variety of different aspects as it relates to new media and technology. So, New Media Answers is designed to sort of help address a lot of those questions. We're giving you, the community, a platform by which to ask us those questions, and collectively we're providing the answers. So, the web address is newmediaanswers.net, and well, that segues right into the book that I wanted to talk to you about today, and it's called Managing Online Forums. Now, the title of this book is Everything You Need to Know to Create and Run Successful Community Discussion Boards. It's authored by Patrick O'Keefe, who goes by @iFroggy on Twitter. And what I can tell you about this book and what I can tell you about Patrick is that he's very, very well spoken. I've had the opportunity to meet him at the previous two Blog World New Media Expos, and also once in LA when we organized a tweet up. Patrick is very passionate about what he does, and he's very knowledgeable about what he does. And what he's done with this book here is he's laid an excellent he's built an excellent reference guide for building your community. You know, asking the appropriate questions like, what is the purpose of this community? What type of member are you looking to attract? How do we establish rules and guidelines to sort of manage and police that community? How do we set those guidelines that members of that community are going to abide by? And if you're using a staff to sort of police the community, how do you manage that staff? How do you deal with members who are contributing in a less than constructive way? And then at the very end of the book, he addresses a few things like, some ideas, some starting points for how to monetize that community. Whether you want to do it through ad space, whether you want to do it with a paid membership model, whether you want to do like a subscription-based model, things like that. He's starting a series over at managingcommunities.com on the different ways to monetize a lot of this content. So if you're into that sort of thing, I definitely recommend you check it out. But then the other thing that I want to address about this book is, yes, the title is Managing Online Forums, but what Patrick does, and I think it's directly applicable to anyone who has a blog or anyone who has a multi-author blog, what Patrick does an excellent job of is discussing the different ways to promote your content, the different ways to promote your community. And community collectively involves whether it's a forum, whether it's a blog, multi-author blog. A community is just that. And he discusses, how to lay the groundwork and ask the questions that are needed to sort of create the foundation that's going to sustain your community. What's the objective? How are we going to attract new members? How are we going to promote this community? And then how are we going to monetize it? So if you haven't had a chance to check it out, I'd swing by managingonlineforums.com. And if you haven't had a chance to connect with and meet Patrick O'Keefe, I'd hit him up on Twitter at iFroggy. We look forward to having you over at newmediaanswers.net. Membership is private now. We'll be opening up to the public in a couple of weeks. But if you want to subscribe, give me a shout on Twitter at Rabizi, and we'll accept your application. Take care. Ricardo Bueno here with RabiziMedia.com, and I'll talk to you later.